It was a Friday night in October, the kind of night when the campus buzzed with energy and anticipation, a time for celebration on a bustling university campus, where laughter and music spilled from open windows and every corner seemed alive. Midterms were finally over, and the air was crisp with autumn, leaves crunching underfoot as students hurried between dorms and parties. For freshman Evan Carter, it should have been just another night, one more memory in a semester full of firsts. But instead, it became the start of a mystery no one could solve, a puzzle that would haunt the campus for years to come. Evan walked out of a party, turned a corner into the shadows, and vanished without a trace. No note, no final text, no sign of struggle. He simply disappeared, leaving behind only questions and confusion. One moment, he was a face in a crowd. The next, he was gone, as if erased from the night itself. His absence became a haunting question mark over Northwood University, casting a shadow over every gathering and hallway. How does someone disappear from a place filled with people, cameras, and technology designed to keep us connected and safe? The search began quietly, a missed study session, unread texts piling up, calls going straight to voicemail, friends growing uneasy. By Sunday, worry turned to fear. His parents were called, campus police notified, and the sense of unease spread quickly. Soon his face was on flyers and the local news, his name whispered in anxious conversations across campus. 18 years old, brown hair, blue eyes, last seen in a gray hoodie and jeans. Details repeated over and over, but offering no answers. Last seen walking away from a party, then nothing. No one saw where he went, or what happened next. Investigators spent months piecing together his final hours, combing through footage, interviews, and digital records. They followed digital breadcrumbs, swipes, pings, and messages to a single, unremarkable spot on campus. And then, the trail stopped cold. No more data, no more sightings, just silence. It was a vanish point where all logic and evidence simply ended, leaving only speculation and fear. The world seemed to swallow him whole, as if the night itself had claimed him. No witnesses, no clues, just a chilling question. Where did Evan go, and how could he simply cease to exist? The case would baffle everyone, family, friends, and seasoned detectives, each desperate for answers that never came. His story became a legend, a warning, and a mystery that refused to fade, whispered in dorm rooms and late-night walks. The campus moved on, but the question lingered, a silent echo in every empty hallway and shadowed corner. How could someone just disappear, leaving behind only memories and a void that could never be filled? And would anyone ever find the answer, or would Evan Carter remain lost to the night forever? Evan Carter was a typical freshman, new to Northwood University, adjusting to the rhythms of college life and the unfamiliar faces all around him. He was still finding his place, sometimes wandering the campus in the evenings, taking in the sights and sounds of his new home. Evan was a good student, majoring in engineering, and had just survived his first round of midterms, a rite of passage for any college freshman. Friends described him as quiet but friendly, not a big partier, but always willing to join in for a movie night or a late-night snack run. That Friday, October 26th, the campus buzzed with relief as students celebrated the end of a stressful week. A casual party started in Oak Hall, a neighboring dorm known for its friendly atmosphere and open doors. Evan and his roommate arrived around 9:30 p.m., blending into the crowd of students eager to unwind. He was in a good mood, joking about his physics exam and laughing with friends, finally able to relax. He had one or two beers, mostly chatting with classmates and catching up on the week's events. There were no arguments, no strange encounters, just a normal night filled with laughter and music. The party wound down after 11, as students started drifting back to their rooms. Evan's roommate left around 11:15, saying he was heading back to their room to get some sleep. Evan said he'd be back soon, reassuring his friend with a casual wave. It was a simple, unremarkable goodbye, the kind exchanged 1,000 times on any campus, the kind you never think will be the last, echoing quietly in the hallway. Friends remember Evan as relaxed and happy that night, with no sign that anything was wrong. He left the party alone sometime between 11:30 and 11:45, stepping out into the cool night air. No one thought anything of it, just another student heading home after a long week. It was just another night on campus, the kind that blends into memory. But for Evan Carter, it was the last anyone would see of him, and the beginning of questions that would haunt the campus. A normal night turned into a mystery that no one could have predicted. Investigators turned to digital evidence to retrace Evan's steps, hoping technology would reveal what the night had hidden. Every digital footprint became a clue, each byte of data a possible answer. Social media posts showed Evan at the party, laughing at 10:47 p.m. Photos and videos captured him surrounded by friends, seemingly carefree, blending into the crowd. University keycard logs confirmed he entered Oak Hall at 9:32 p.m., a routine swipe that placed him inside hours before he disappeared. Witnesses saw him leave alone between 11:30 and 11:45, his departure unremarkable to those around him. The key card registered his exit at 11:41 p.m., a precise timestamp that narrowed the window of his last known movements. He was now outside, walking toward Maple Hall, his silhouette briefly visible under the campus lights. The path was well lit, a 5-minute walk he'd made many times before, familiar and seemingly safe. Security cameras tracked him. At 11:43, the library camera caught him walking alone, hands in his hoodie pockets, his pace steady and unhurried. He looked calm, heading straight for his dorm, unaware that these would be the last images of him. The camera followed him for 40 seconds. Then he left the frame, vanishing into the darkness just beyond its reach. The next camera, above Maple Hall's entrance, should have picked him up, providing a crucial link in his journey. But when investigators checked, the footage was missing, leaving a critical gap in the timeline. The camera had malfunctioned earlier that day, a coincidence that now seemed almost sinister. In that gap, just 50 yards, Evan vanished, as if swallowed by the night. No keycard swipe into Maple Hall, no more camera sightings, no digital trace to follow. The digital trail ended as abruptly as his physical one, leaving investigators with more questions than answers. In less than a minute's walk, he was gone, leaving behind only silence and a mystery that deepened with every unanswered ping. The broken camera created a blind spot, 50 yards of walkway between the library and Maple Hall. Investigators searched every inch, bushes, sheds, corners. No wallet, no phone, no sign of struggle. The area was open, well lit, bordered by hedges and the dorm's brick wall. It should have been impossible to disappear there, yet Evan never swiped into Maple Hall. He never appeared on any other camera. It was as if he'd walked into thin air. The blind spot became the heart of the mystery. How could someone vanish in such a public place? The search turned up nothing. No evidence, no witnesses, just an ordinary stretch of pavement. The logic of the modern world failed. In that short walk, Evan Carter was lost. The question remained, how? With cameras failing, investigators turned to Evan's phone. Location data tracked him step by step from Oak Hall to the blind spot. The last GPS ping was at 11:44 p.m., right in the middle of the blind spot. Then, the signal stopped. At first, they thought the battery died, but analysis showed the phone was manually powered off. Someone had deliberately shut it down. Was Evan trying to disappear, or did someone else turn it off? The phone, once a beacon, became another dead end. No more calls, no more data, just silence. The deliberate shutdown suggested intent, or something more sinister. The mystery deepened. Investigators checked Evan's dorm room, room 214, Maple Hall. Inside, life was paused. An open textbook, a dark laptop, a backpack ready for morning. His wallet, ID, and cash were untouched. No signs of packing, no searches for travel, no large withdrawals. His passport was still in his desk. Everything suggested he planned to return. The room was a snapshot of a life interrupted. No evidence of a planned disappearance. It was as if he'd stepped out for a moment, expecting to come back. But he never did. The room waited, silent and unchanged. The search for Evan was massive. Police, dogs, and volunteers scoured the campus. Dogs traced his scent to a stairwell leading to a service road, then lost it. The road had no cameras. No taxi or rideshare records matched. No witnesses came forward. Did Evan get into a car? Was it voluntary or was he forced? Theories ranged from a secret escape to abduction, but nothing fit. No evidence, no ransom, no struggle, just a void. The blind spot swallowed all answers. Evan Carter's disappearance remains unsolved. His story is a chilling reminder. Sometimes the world's logic fails, and some questions are never answered.